Bigger Pockets members, this is Tracy Royce, and today's vlog is going to cover the top 3 ways that you can best spend and the top 3 ways that you can get rid of your first paycheck in real estate. So let's dive right in. Now the first thing is tracking exactly how much it's taking you to get to the point where you even make a first paycheck. It could have taken you months, and how much money in advertising, gas, utilities, these sorts of things. So if you don't know what you actually put into it, any sort of profit or proceeds that you made might not actually, any proceeds that you made might not actually end up even being a profit. So tracking some sort of way to be able to see how much you've put into it might be disappointing to see if you've only paid yourself back. But hey, if you break even on your first couple deals, that's more ahead of the game than most businesses, as it takes 2 to 3 years in most cases to even see a profit whatsoever. Now, a second thing is buying a car. You might look at it, you might look at your car and say, this thing's too old, it's shabby, I just made this fat paycheck, why not go out and put a down payment on a car or pay cash for a car? But if you're looking to stay sustainable in this business, you really want to have as much cash flow as possible. And is it really that important to have that brand new or high-end car at this moment? Perhaps not. Maybe down the road when you're truly building wealth and you have the expendable income to do so. But going out and buying that new car probably isn't the best thing for your bottom line. So try to keep it low-key as long as possible. Another thing is the bars, clubs, and shopping malls. Like, look, I get it. There's a lot of young blood in real estate investing, and we love our bling, don't we? But in the meantime, until you really start building an empire to the point where you have, again, this expendable income, save your first paychecks. Don't go out and just blow it on a weekend of partying and really have nothing to show for it other than maybe a hangover and some designer clothes, right? So, as I might suggest, have a little bit of fun with your money, but don't go nuts on your first few paychecks. So let's look at the opposite side of some best practices as you start getting your first few paychecks of what I might suggest doing with them. So tying back into the first point on the last list was, how do I even know what it's taken me to get to this point? If you don't have any sort of tracking system, perhaps using something like QuickBooks to get you on track might be your first and I know really exciting and sexy investment for your real estate business, but it will be imperative. You need to know the numbers of what's happening, where your money's going, how much you're actually profiting, and moving forward, showing those sort of statements to potential investors, but also keeping track of your bottom line. Moving forward from that is actually paying down debt. If you're able to, and if you're in debt, why not take a certain amount of those proceeds, or perhaps even your first whole check, and allocate it towards debt that you're paying high interest rates on? Cash is king, and having leverage is almighty in this business. So if you can work towards that, even if you're just wholesaling, why keep yourself in financial turmoil if you absolutely don't need to, okay? So if you're getting a pretty big paycheck, or just even something as extra money if you still have a full-time job, might I suggest turning it towards the debt that you owe and getting away from interest rates, high interest rates on that. Secondly, marketing. If you don't have a full pipeline of more leads coming down the pipeline, then you're not going to have more paychecks coming in, right? So in any case, might I suggest 20 to 25% of the proceeds to go back towards marketing. It needs to be an ongoing effort, and no matter what niche of real estate that you work in, you always want to be focused on lead generation. So if you're really starting to get busy, perhaps look at someone to do simple things that you don't need to do. Stuffing envelopes, making calls, scrubbing through leads lists, these sorts of things. But in any case, get into the habit of allocating a certain portion of your proceeds towards your ongoing marketing and advertising costs. And third, look at giving back. Make it a habit of, with every single paycheck, you do something within your community, even if it's not giving money. If you're not in the position to start allocating funds towards a charity of your choice, perhaps you can give a little bit of your time, or maybe you can even do something small. It's really cold out right now, so why not go through and get some of the clutter out of your closets and find blankets or coats to give to the homeless in your downtown, for instance. But in any case, put the habit in place now, so every time you have a closing, you're doing something good in the community, but also becoming a brand name throughout the community as a business that donates within the market that they live and work in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this information, and please leave your feedback. What did you do with your first paycheck? Did you go out and party it off, or did you start use it and fuel it to build your empire? So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this information, you can read more articles and blogs at www.biggerpockets.com.